All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for
Ranking of Kings, Episode 1. Oh boy.
Yeah.
A show called Ranking of Kings.
Yeah, and it's a WIT studio show before, I guess, the debacle of their studio going under.
Right.
So was this like their last big hurrah single production thing?
No idea, but I've seen the art style and it looks adorable and fluffy and wonderful.
Yeah, it looks really wholesome.
Yeah.
Something called the Ranking of Kings, though, sounds like a generic like battle tournament kind of shonen. So I'm really curious to see what kind of like emotional drama they get out of this.
Right.
Because the things I've heard about this are primarily from a lot of people that are not really like online friends, but like IRL friends that are
really?
being like, you need to watch this show. When are you watching it on the channel? When are you covering it? We're like, eventually. Like,
Right.
okay.
Yeah, I've gotten the vibe that it is definitely more of a drama type thing, but at the same time, drama, you know, what does that mean exactly?
What does that mean? Yeah, exactly. It could be anything. But given that the art style seems to be kind of like an homage to older art styles of like animation and stuff, I'm really curious to see if the story is kind of reflective of that, or if it's something where that's being used to communicate like certain emotions or certain aspects of just the way the characters are portrayed. Because Ranking of Kings just feels like an odd, translation of a unique kind of Japanese turn of phrase or something. Because it's called Osama ranking in Japanese.
That gives me the vibe that it could be something potential, and I have no idea if it would be this, but if it would be something kind of episodic of like, oh, a king gets ranked amongst other kings or something like that, right? You know, how kingly are you? Or I don't know.
Yeah, it feels to me the kind of thing of like a king that basically is being, either prepared to be a king or is being kind of judged as whether or not they're worthy of certain aspects of being a king. Because if the story is going to be focusing on what seems to be like a kid,
I think.
Yeah.
Like
Okay. Yeah, for sure.
Yep.
But all right, this is the show replacing Spy Family, so hopefully we get another bit of wholesomeness and sweet
that would
goodness
definitely be nice.
Following up with this, and then we'll be doing another show after this. So yeah, y'all, without further ado, let's get into this.
A king already.
A great king. Oh my gosh, size difference.
Yeah.
Is this have to though? Is this either a land of giants or is he kind of small? Oh.
Well, we're off to a great start.
Yeah.
This is such a chill OP.
Little cute pet, maybe? Yes.
I really want to know what that thing is.
Yeah, what the deal is with him? It's like, is it supposed to be like a cute, like, pride from FMAB?
Yeah, know? Like, because at first I was thinking it was some kind of crab or something, and then I'm like, wait, it looks like a slime.
No, I think we're in a fantasy world where there's some funky stuff going on. The prince's new clothes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
right.
I get it. Yeah. So he's maybe a bit of a runt of the.
Yeah.
He doesn't look unnaturally small though.
Right, he's just like a little kid.
Yeah.
Careful, Brian.
Oh my gosh.
Whoa, wait.
Whoa.
Wait, what?
Oh, so pretty. His little companion friend. Oh, not friends yet.
All right. Was it like stealing some stuff and?
Oh. Oh, can he not speak? Oh, is he deaf?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yep.
Oh no.
Okay.
Oh.
What mouth? Oh, that's his mouth up here? Oh.
Interesting.
So,
it's exactly like Pride from FMAB.
Yeah. So this is how we can help him out if they do become friends, is he can kind of translate for him.
Sure. So he's walking out here with no clothes. Gotcha.
Yeah, literally the prince's new clothes.
Yeah. Boji.
Okay.
Oh, come on, guys. So at least he's protected from their jeering words and everything like that.
Right, he can't hear him, yep.
Yep. That would be so funny.
He probably sees him as like his first new friend because
Yeah.
he can actually talk with it and stuff.
Ah, he's got super expensive looking clothes on now. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
I will win you over with the power of love, you dumb fuck.
Yep. He's already doing it.
Oh, Kage.
Okay. He's trying to sign to him.
Yeah. Well, also like trying to spell it. Like, is it spelled like this? You know, like. Just a nice little ongoing thing. Yeah. He's like, I'm a bad man. I will steal from him. Oh. Oh. Indeed.
He's gonna follow,
a
keep
gig
an eye
here.
on him.
I gotta have a gig here, like speaking for the kid, you know?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for...
Oh.
Wow.
Oh. Oh. I don't think anybody else can see him. The
Maybe
little
not.
shadow being.
Yeah.
I think they would be like, what is this thing stalking the king, you know?
Right.
Or the prince, you know? I mean, he is hiding in the shadows, so they're possibly...
Guess he's just really good at hiding, you know?
Yeah. Counselors? Family? Oh, the queen!
Okay.
Oh, translating for him, okay.
Mm-hmm.
So many people.
Yeah. Covering for him.
Mm-hmm. Oh. But he can read lips.
Maybe, yeah. Can tell from the body language.
I mean, body language, yeah, but... Oh.
Okay.
This is good friend, you know, someone that's definitely more in a role than a friend, but still cares about him.
Can actually speak his language, yeah.
Oh. Oh. Okay. Yeah, we got an underdog.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh. Wait.
Wait.
You're about to be discovered. Oh, shit.
Okay. Oh. Okay.
So that's the queen's son's tutor. Oh. Oh my gosh. That is adorable.
That
is adorable.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh. Yep. He is in a world of giants, or at least Seventh King boss.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, this is a fantasy land for sure. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
A massive man.
Fought them all off. Okay.
Big man.
Yep.
Won a war.
Big stick.
All right.
Yep.
Shit. Ah.
Okay.
Oh,
sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Competition for the throne eventually. Domas. Oh, but his strength isn't gonna be his sword training.
Yeah.
Ah!
Shit. Assuming he's an assassin.
That's their kingdom, Bos Boji, the naming convention.
Oh.
Whoa.
Okay. All right.
Oh my gosh. He really is the...
Yeah.
He's just frustrated. He's like, I'm doing my best. I recognize the kid's voice actor too.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, he's probably not allowed to lose to him, you know? I mean, sorry, not allowed to, like, hurt him, you know?
Yeah.
The intensity. Yeah, yeah. Oh, this is some good animation.
Yeah.
Oh.
Now he's actually gonna try.
Oh.
He's getting all excited.
He's like, whoa.
Well fought, though.
Yeah, yeah, good stuff. This is the burden of expectations.
Where does Boji fit into all this?
Oh, no, no, no. And now he's going to take out his frustration on
Yeah,
Boji.
yeah, uh-huh. This is not gonna go well.
Yeah. Oh, that's where he is. Yep.
All right. Wants to show you he's trying. Wow.
Broke his spirit.
Yeah.
Shit. Wait, what happened then?
He just had nerves of steel, maybe, or?
Yeah, he's courageous.
Right.
Ah.
He may not be a giant, but in his heart, he is a
Wait,
giant.
what? What?
Okay.
He was the spear guy, but all right. Whoa! Whoa!
He's using the fact that he's small to his advantage.
He's fast.
Okay.
He's got dodge skills.
Yeah.
Wait, is Daida Eren Yeager? Like
maybe.
like Yuki Kaji? He's fencing basically. Wow,
Oh, that was so sweet.
Awesome. Let's get a sweet ED now, like a
Yeah.
really calm, like wholesome ED.
All right. All right.
Of course, it's Wit Studio. They're gonna have a lot of like Attack on Titan voice actors and stuff in here.
Oh, sure.
That makes so much sense.
And there's a part of me that wonders if this is Ame doing the ED. The voice seems slightly different, but it might be because Wit really likes having her do their OPs or EDs.
No.
I love this. Just the unlikely friendship.
Yeah, the duo that like shouldn't have been from the assassin clan that killed the last king.
Right.
So it's like they're literally the fox and the hound. Like it's literally the natural enemies of each other. You're gonna grow up to be a big, strong assassin, basically. The greatest of assassin with the greatest of kings.
I mean, hey, every king needs a good assassin.
Oh my gosh. Oh.
Okay.
Oh, right. This is such a sweet episode.
This is really sweet.
And okay, this is what they mean ranking of kings. We've got ourselves a king in training who's, a prince.
Right.
There's a lot of expectations on him, but also not a lot of expectations on him.
Because he doesn't have a lot in the traditional sense, right?
Yeah.
You can't hear. He was born small from, a king that's an absolute unit, right?
Yeah.
So, He
can't speak either. This is a very natural thing to happen when you're deaf because you learn how to speak by imitating other people.
And you can't hear them, so what do you do?
What do you do? Yeah. Yep. And then of course we meet Kage, who is our instant solution to this problem.
Right.
By being a little shadow creature thing that we're not so sure about in the beginning. And he's definitely taking advantage of Boji, which definitely I would think is setting the theme as to the ways in which Boji is going to deal with some conflict. In that there's going to be a lot of adults and stuff taking advantage of him.
Oh, sure.
Or at least trying to.
Yeah, because no one sees him as being anything special, right?
Yeah.
But, hey, with Kage, he was able to find a friend because it was at least someone that he could talk to. Right?
And Kage needs a friend too, apparently.
Because his whole clan was wiped out.
He was from a clan of assassins, but he's a kid, which means he doesn't necessarily know too much about being an assassin.
Nope.
But he did do that, expel sword right at the face kind of move, which
right.
was
He's got some
cool.
pretty sweet ways to defend himself.
He's a little bag of holding.
Right, or maybe some ways to help protect Boji. So I'm very excited to see where this goes. I got to say, I was surprised at the amount of world building things and characters that were established in the first episode.
Yeah.
I don't know what I was expecting. I guess I was kind of expecting something where the main character would already be king and basically other kings would come before him because he was in some position of power and would be yes, here's how you're doing. Here's maybe a way that you can do better as a king, or something like that. I don't know.
Sure. So he was more dealing with advisors. Now that's probably going to happen, but they're probably just doing this slowly.
Sure.
In terms of advancing the plot so that we can get to that point.
Right.
Because right now, the main thing is Boss, or King Boss, or however I'm going to say this.
Has anime cough.
He has anime cough with blood all over his hands. And given that he is a enormous Giga Chad, monstrous giant dude, which seems to be unique to him also.
Right.
Everyone else seems to be about a regular 2 meters to 1.7 meters human height kind of thing going on, and this guy's walking around being all 15 meters, kind of thing.
Right. It's just I am the Giga Chad that is the kind of person that's how kingdoms would start. Big person with big club that goes bonk really hard, and they're like, hey,
you saved us from the orcs. Okay,
right.
cool.
Okay, we'll follow you.
But heads up, that's not always what you need in a king. Sometimes you need a wise king.
Right.
Sometimes you need a patient king. Sometimes you need a king that's willing to connect emotionally, not just with the people outside their kingdom, but with the people within their kingdom.
It did feel very like very beginning of MHA kind of a thing of what does it mean to be a hero, kind of a thing. But instead, it's what does it mean to be a king? And I don't know why, but in anime, I just have this strong positive association with people talking about what it means to be a king. Maybe it's because of Fate Zero. Maybe.
It's possible.
Yeah, I suppose that could come into play a little bit. So I'm very excited to see how Boji goes on his journey and everything and makes friends and all that stuff.
So we've got ourselves a number of kind of competent, I would say, just vassals, knights, or what have you, of the king. We have the big four here in Bebin, Domas, Apius, and Dorsha. Now, all of them seem to have their specific thing that makes them helpful and a badass, right?
Yeah.
And then, of course, they train the young princes in martial proficiencies and stuff. Yeah. So cool. Okay. We did get to see a little bit of the kind of the autonomy that they have, because while Domas definitely seems like he's like, oh yeah, buddy, I'm looking out for you. Don't worry. But also was thinking like, do I translate what the queen said there? And then also when Daida showed to be such a master fighter, swordsman, he kind of got that like, oh, this is what a real king is like. And it's like, and it's that, no.
And I love that happened, because it's the unfortunate thing that in Domas's case, he was actually being the best person to Boji. Like, out of everybody.
Like he trained him well.
He trained him well. He learns the sign language, right? He he's emotionally taking care of him. He's doing his best to teach him how to, fight with a sword and everything, right? And who knows, maybe some of his skills with dodging strikes and stuff is as a result of his training. But Domas knows that he's not training
He's not training a replacement of Boss. He's training someone that is an entirely new type of king.
Exactly.
Potentially.
So when he ends up being able to face somebody that is actually like really good, and it's like, oh wow, yeah, no, this person fights like my king, the person that I'm following, right?
Right.
This, of course, he's gonna get really into it, right? He's gonna be like, this is awesome.
Yeah.
And Boji's gonna see that, and even if that's not something that Damas would ever like take out on Boji or anything like that, right? Would never say to Boji. Boji can tell that, oh yeah, you had a lot more fun sparring with Daida this one time than maybe all total in the times that you've trained me.
And thus, in a lot of ways, when you think about when it comes to succession and how that works, most of that is handled by the adults. Which means if you have a first prince that has no adult allies, they're just going to get kind of pushed to the side here.
Yeah.
And then Daida's going to be the new king.
Probably.
Given that most of the adults don't seem to have any, like, special loyalty to Boji outside of Domas. And even then, Domas is here because he was ordered to be here by King Bos. So
he still thinks that, in a similar way to Bos, that while Boji, he loves him and he'll protect him, maybe not the best option for the replacement king, Yeah. So and that's fair.
That's fair.
That's absolutely fair.
Yep. But okay, Kage. Kage will be his friend.
Yep.
Kage and him will grow up together. They're gonna figure shit out together. It's gonna be really sweet. Now the problem is that Kage has a reputation preceding him that Bebin immediately was like, no.
Yeah. No. Who are you trying to assassinate?
Right. Why are you here?
Right. It's like, see, I'm like, what does he say?
Yeah.
I was picking on the prince and taking his clothes, but he seemed
and
eating them to sell later, but he seemed to be having fun. And so I'm wondering where he is, because I'm just kind of perplexed by this kid.
Yeah. One of Boji's first acts, I think, from any kind of declarative proclamation, royal authority, is going to be instigating Kage into a position of, an important position in his cabinet equivalent.
Well, and
people are gonna be like, oh, what the fuck,
If you think about it, if Kage becomes like his chief bodyguard or whatever, that's perfect. Because you never see him, right? If you know who the chief bodyguard is and you can see them, then you can know whether they're there or not and be like, okay, maybe this is an opportunity. I don't see them anywhere. With the shadow, with the shadow named Shadow, I don't think that works quite as well.
Right. I also love the idea that there's going to be people that'll come to Kage and be like, so, how much are you worth? And he's going to be like, get the fuck out of here.
Right.
You can't put a price on me.
Yep.
I'm the friend of the king.
Yeah,
you wish you could buy yourself into my position. Better yet, buy my services.
Right. Like
back the fuck up.
Yeah, I can't wait for it to go from like the like, yes, I will absolutely sail this friendship, right?
Right.
To like, oh no. Kage isn't just like curious about like, oh, I kind of am taking a liking to this kid. You know, I'm a little bit interested. I'm gonna get excited when he's doing well in the sparring match and everything. To like, nope, I will die for this child.
Right. Because I think we as the audience are already at that place of where like we will die for this child. Like,
right,
we
exactly.
had Boji for 20 minutes.
Yep. But if anything happened to him,
yeah. So okay, wonderful. We've got some future conflicts set up. Mm-hmm. We've got Queen Healing. We've got King Boss.
Yep.
We've got ourselves also someone who's going to be a justice minister, which seems like they're setting up some potential like rulings of like, oh, while you are king, there is the law, you know, and that needs to be upheld. That is something that the king can't just wave their hand and be like, the law is nothing, you know.
Right.
You know.
Yeah. And we also had it established that King Boss got 7th in the ranking of kings.
Yeah.
Which is, depending on how many, you know, is it out of 10? Is it out of 100? You know, that could be really fantastic. But either way, that means there's 6 more units that are even more uniter than Boss.
Now, the things that they said in the beginning of the show to be like, what is the ranking of kings? Does he have many prominent knights in his service?
Is he a Gwyn? You know?
Yeah. We have 4, at the very least, for King Boss.
Right.
But then they said, does he have many subjects and are his towns thriving?
Right.
What I like about this is none of these aspects of what makes a king strong have to do with the king's physical strength.
Right.
Or the king even himself.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
It's entirely to do with those that are surrounding the king.
Right.
And then the final bit here, and most of all, is the king himself as powerful as a hero. Another thing that does not have to do anything with physical attributes,
right,
or
not
anything like that at all.
Yeah.
All it has to be is that they themselves are seen to be powerful as a hero.
Sure. Yep. And hey, maybe Boji can dex main this, you know, even though, like, yeah.
Or not even that. Have such a good heart in such a way.
Yes.
That people will be able to see that true just goodness within him, and that will make him seem like a hero.
Right.
Now, I wanna bring up something here I might have forgotten, but the mom, the first queen here, is very clearly a giant.
Does seem to be, yeah.
So, is Boji just a late bloomer?
It's possible, but
will that be like a big twist later that he's gonna grow like really big all of a sudden?
He could, but I like the idea that it's something where
it's not anytime soon or something.
Well, no, that physically he's not a giant, but he's got a giant's heart. You know, the fact that we continually showed him walking around places, and he was just sort of walking around like you know, with it like back straight and everything, like there was.
He's brave.
He's brave. Yeah. Even though he had the moment in his room where he started crying, right? And Kage was kind of reading into that of like, wait, or was that Domas? Of like, oh, he actually is really like, you know, scared and affected by the things around him. You would not know it looking at him. If that little bit of crying in his room is
that was Kage.
Yeah, okay, that was Kage. If that's all that happens as a result of the life that he has, basically, that's impressive. That's damn impressive. Like, because one of the, like, whenever I think about the idea of, like, being deaf or not being able to speak, things like that, it's not necessarily the, what it would do to me as an individual, but it's all those times when I think of when I need to depend on other people, right? You know, if I'm in a low place or whatever, and I feel like I'm alone and there's a gap I can't cross, right? That's what would be the most scary for me, especially as a kid, right? If he does have some sad day, bad day, whatever, right? Who does he go to, right? How does he deal with that? If it's something where he has learned to deal with it basically just on his own, and he's already this good at it as a little kid, damn. Yeah. Like that's crazy. That is seriously impressive. And that is definitely a quality that I could see being very helpful as a king or as a leader.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
But, yeah.
I also loved that because we got to see him with Kage, And Kage very quickly figures out the situation here, but then is able to understand that, can you tell what I'm saying by watching my mouth? And he kind of goes,
Oh, gotcha.
meaning, like he understands everything that Kage's saying.
That's good to know.
Which is shown in the very beginning of the show. To be the thing that when everyone else is doing their things of jeering at him and saying all this stuff, he in some ways can pretend like he doesn't hear.
Right. And if he wants to, he doesn't have to look at them. So, like, if it's people in the crowd or whatever, he can just stay focused on what he's doing.
Right. So when he's walking down the street and they're doing this stuff, he can know probably that they're doing it. But as long as he looks forward, it's like he's immune to it. He doesn't have to hear it by not looking at it.
But then we see with the queen where it's like, oh,
he did notice what she was saying.
He did notice, even though, it wasn't translated.
Yeah. And he cries, in his room.
Yeah.
But yeah. So cool. All right, I'm really excited for the way this goes here because I'm emotionally invested in the kind of the point where you'll clearly have the king die.
Right.
And you'll need to keep this going, which means, will Boji be the new king? Will you have a coup? Will you have a deal with succession or what have you?
I would love it if there was some sort of there was going to be some sort of attempted coup and Kage just turns the whole thing on its head. Because it's just, hey, information, bitch. I can be places that you don't think I am and I can be listening in on things and conversations and,
He just quietly goes, Sick. And then someone's like, why didn't someone show up at the thing? He's just dead in his room. Well, I guess the coup's off. Well, I guess.
Sure.
All right. We were never doing this. No one ever said anything. We're going to go back. We are loyal to Boji. There we go.
Domas is just walking around and then it's like, hey, by the way, they're going to try and kill Boji. Wait, what was that? What?
It's so-and-so. Man. This would be really sweet. But all right. Cool. First episode, establishing the premise and getting us emotionally attached to our main character.
Yes.
So y'all, thank you so much for watching this episode's reaction and discussion. If you want to see the next episode's reaction and discussion right now, though, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You can get on early access there. You can watch full-length timer reactions there, and all this comes with Discord access, so you can chat with us in the community there about this show, about anime in general, and also be sure to check out our Twitch channel.
We stream every weekday. The info's in the description.
Yeah. So if any of that interests you, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all
next time.